Hey everyone, welcome to the Famous Girl TV, where you will find that I am not famous, but I talk about people who are. And today I wanted to talk about none other than JayZ, because he sat down with GQ magazine for an exclusive interview.
How would you rate your 2025, like looking back on the last year?
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred. With all like, we in a space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby,
The civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
that shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, if you don't put that on someone, like that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person. Especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. Morals, integrity, code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was going to walk through that. We was going to walk through that because, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being JayZ?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing, actually. It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
So that right there was a little clip from the interview, and that clip in particular was being spread around social media. A lot of people were talking about it because this was the first time that JayZ has openly, publicly addressed the R allegations in an interview. So if you don't remember, there was a woman named Jane Doe, an anonymous woman from Alabama, that came forward. She went on the news and she claimed that JayZ and Sean Combs, aka Diddy, that they I believe drugged and sexually assaulted her back in 2000 or 2001 after an MTV awards show when she was just 13 years old. And shortly after she came forward, she ended up withdrawing her lawsuit. Everything got dropped. And then JayZ actually went back and sued Tony Busby, which was the lawyer representing the Jane Doe. So I already talked about the situation with Tony Busby and Jane Doe in a video that I posted last year. And I said it back then that I really wasn't comfortable with the way that JayZ responded to the allegations, because to me, it did not come off as if he were someone genuinely upset because he was being falsely accused of something. To me, it came off that he was more upset that someone had the audacity to accuse him of doing anything publicly, not necessarily that he was wronged in any way. So yeah, he didn't give me the vibe that he was a helpless victim or a victim of racism. And I had also said that I personally felt like JayZ and his team purposely did whatever they could do to intimidate that woman so that she would be too afraid to continue on with her lawsuit. I believe that she was bullied, because remember, that lawsuit did not get thrown out by a judge due to the case being frivolous, due to the claims being frivolous. No. Jane Doe dropped the case, dismissed the case. So my thing is, like, why would this woman file this lawsuit and come forward and talk if she was just going to turn around and drop it like immediately after? Well, I believe that it's because she was intimidated, because if you remember, TMZ posted the audio of I think they were private investigators. They actually found her house and they went to her door to talk to her, and they were, in my opinion, coaching her on what to say. And I think she was just saying what they wanted her to say. Like, they said, oh, well, she claimed that Tony Busby pushed her into the lawsuit and that she didn't really know what was going on. Like, all of that, in my opinion, was orchestrated BS. They were pretty much feeding her what they wanted her to say. And if you listen to the audio recording, the dogs were barking in the background. Like, her dogs were going crazy. It sounded like it was multiple dogs, but yeah, the dogs were barking, and to me it was just obvious that she was very intimidated, and I think they threatened her. So for JayZ to do his first interview in Lord knows how long, and for him to sit down and have this victim complex, like wanting us to feel sorry for him, I just have a really hard time identifying with that, because like I said, I believe that victim was intimidated, and I do believe that something happened to her. JayZ also said something that I thought was very interesting about women and kids, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that part again. He said, you had to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person, obviously talking about the assault. Then he said, especially a person like me. Even when we were doing the worst things, we had those kinds of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. We lived and died by that. So it's strict for me, like it meant a lot to me. So you're telling me that I'm supposed to believe that JayZ has higher than normal morals when it comes to women and children because he was a drug slinging, gang banging street dude.
Did a personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing a side and he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Right.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like, what's that got to do with me?
Right.
Have at it. Have fun. It's almost like, not just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like, everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm fucking JayZ. or do respect to him. I'm fucking Hov. Do respectfully.
Right.
Like, for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened. The Lexington TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth what is it? The Myth slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that, because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like I remember I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was
You had
like,
to pick a side.
well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I could, clearly.
But my position was I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic, but I'm going to borrow it and burn it because I can't deny it. One mic, you know?
Like, I want to hear it,
Yeah.
but I ain't supporting them.
Word.
Yeah.
So that's what JayZ had to say in regards to the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef. His position is basically he's saying that he doesn't care. He doesn't have a vested interest in their back and forth. That's their thing. And he feels like he shouldn't have to pick a side because you heard him. He said, I'm fucking JayZ, right? Here's my thoughts on the situation. I'm just having a really hard time understanding how JayZ is really sitting here trying to absolve himself and act like he did not play a role in this situation. Like, JayZ, you literally put Kendrick Lamar on America's biggest fucking stage, bro. The Super Bowl is huge. So it's like, you did not just book Kendrick Lamar for the Super Bowl, bro. You booked him during the height of his beef with Drake. Literally. Then he's all like, oh, well, I just chose the guy that was having a monster year. Okay, why was Kendrick having a monster year, JayZ? Why? Why was 2024 a big monster year for someone like Kendrick Lamar? He had a monster year because he dissed Drake. That's it. That's all. You went at Drake, you dropped Not Like Us, and that's just what it is. You had a big year because of your feud with Drake. Now ask yourself, would Kendrick have had a monster year had he not dissed Drake? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but when's the last time we've heard this much from Kendrick Lamar prior to the Drake beef? Because I know Kendrick Lamar has some accolades. I'm not trying to take away from his accomplishments because, you know, he does have hit songs and everything. But I'm talking about the level of exposure that he's gotten since 2024. Has he ever gotten that much exposure prior to dissing Drake? I would say no. So JayZ, you're not gonna sit in front of me and expect me to believe that you didn't know what was going on when you put that man on that stage. Like, Jay, did you put him up there and not think that he would perform Not Like Us? because a lot of people on social media thought that Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime would be the last nail in Drake's career coffin. But I feel like what happened was that it was not the last nail in Drake's career coffin. He's actually still here and he's fine. So I just feel like this whole energy shift, like, oh, well, you know, I don't have a dog in this fight. Like, that whole attitude to me is like backpedaling. You're backpedaling. Because I feel like the powers that be expected Drake to really like fall off after all of this, and he didn't. He's still here. So now everybody kind of looks dumb. So last but not least, I did want to go over another small part of the interview. I'm not going to put the clip in here. I'm just going to read the question and read JayZ's response, okay? The interviewer asked JayZ, as a spectator, what did you think of the 2024 back and forth between Kendrick and Drake? JayZ said, I'm going to have an answer you're not going to like. Well, I don't know if you're going to like it. That's presumptuous. There are 4 pillars of hip hop. There's breakdancing, graffiti, there's DJing and battling. Breakdance is not at the forefront of rap anymore. It's actually an Olympic sport, so that's dead. Graffiti, beautiful in certain places. It's not part of hip hop. The DJ was in the forefront. It was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Eric B and Rakim. You don't even know the DJ for half of the artists anymore. And the last pillar is battling. We love the excitement and I love the sparring, but in this day and age, there's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen. And see, this is why I feel like we need new gatekeepers or some younger ones, because JayZ, you talking about the 4 pillars of hip hop, breakdancing and graffiti and DJing. Dude, this ain't the fucking 90s. Like, this whole mentality is just so fucking dated. Like, what are we even talking about? You talking about DJs? And who the fuck is Jazzy Jeff? Who is that? Fresh Prince? What? So I'm taking this as, you know, he's basically saying that he doesn't really like the idea of sparring or battling with another rapper, just because of how negative and nasty things get. But I'm just like, this is the problem that I have, because it's like, when did you realize this? When did you come to this realization? Because, bro, Drake was getting dragged to hell and back for like the last year and a half, 2 years. And Drake wasn't just getting dragged, like just dragged regularly. No, the entire world was calling this man a PDF file. Literally, the entire world. People still to this day will refer to Drake as a PDF file due to lyrics in Kendrick's song. JayZ put Kendrick on the Super Bowl stage. They bleeped the PDF file word out, but I'm pretty sure the entire audience screamed the word out anyway. So, like, I just want to know when JayZ came to the realization that sparring is bad and has bad consequences. Like, what? So overall, what I thought about this interview, JayZ is full of shit, and I don't believe anything that comes out his mouth. I think he's full of dog shit. He's a liar, and he's just trying to save face at this point. It's just like, okay, JayZ, whatever you say. Well, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on JayZ in this interview, but I want to know what you guys think. So please leave me a comment down below and make sure you like this video. Thank you so much, and I'll be back soon. Bye.